Hey you guys, welcome back to Thursday Thoughts. I'm Funky Like Feathers, and today I'm going to be telling you how you can get the most out of your hashtags. So social media is a huge thing that most of us all participate in now, and one of the big things that can really help either you get noticed for your business or noticed personally in your industry is something called hashtags. Now, back in the day, we used to call this a pound sign. That's how old I am. But now it is used as something that you can post with your photos and with your postings on Twitter so that you can actually get your stuff found. Now, it is literally that little pound sign, so it looks almost like a tic-tac-toe game, just missing two of the lines. Okay, that's a hashtag. Now, what exactly are these hashtags for, and how can they really help you? So the hashtags are specifically for finding topics and different ideas that people like to follow or want to find. Now, they should always be in relation to your post. Hashtags are usually used only on Instagram and on Twitter. If you post hashtags to Facebook, it's kind of obvious that you just copied it and directly posted it to Facebook from your Instagram or Twitter account. So it's really best if you kind of post those separately. So this is kind of really a video specifically for Twitter and Instagram. Now, Twitter and Instagram are two very different formats. Now, Instagram is all picture based. You can't really post something on Instagram that's just verbiage. There has to be a picture that goes with it. So it's really a visual platform. Whereas on Twitter, it's primarily a verbal platform. You get 140 characters to write out your thought or comment, and then you can attach a picture or small video or GIF to it. But other than that, it's primarily for commenting back and forth. Now on Instagram, you can get comments, and on Twitter, you can have a full-on conversation back and forth. Okay, so back to the hashtags. The hashtags are something that you can attach to your posting that can help you get found by people who don't know you yet. Now, this can happen very easily for some industries and not so easily for others. So you kind of want to make sure that you have multiple hashtags when you post. And there's different levels of hashtags for different kinds of posts. The limit of hashtags on Instagram is 30, and I think there's a good reason that there's a limit because good golly, the number of hashtags that some people will put on a post. Whew. A general rule of thumb is you want to have about 5 hashtags, maybe a little bit more when it comes to your posting on Instagram. Now on Twitter, you kind of want to cut back on those unless it is something you can work into the verbiage of your post. So for Instagram, you can either have it as part of the comment post on the picture that you're posting, or you can actually just put it as a comment on the post that you're making. Now the hashtags, again, you want to have at least about 5 if you really want to cover all of your bases. And you want to make sure that they are absolutely in relation to what it is that you're posting. So don't have completely erroneous hashtags with a picture. So if the picture's of your dog, you're not going to post cats of Instagram. You're not going to post up a picture of your dog laying around and sleeping at the office and putting a hashtag painting day. It doesn't go with it at all. Make sure it's in relation, because the people who are following that hashtag really do just want to see stuff that's in relation to it. Now, you can kind of put different types of related hashtags. So if somebody is following my dog here in the office, his name is Hank. So he is a cane corso. So when I post pictures of Hank on my Instagram, I put hashtag Hank the cane, because he's a cane corso. And then I go ahead and also hashtag cane corso, because some people follow just the breed, and if you want to follow Hank in particular, you can by following Hank the cane. Now, other hashtags in relation to that would be something like office dog. A lot of people like to follow that hashtag for different dogs in the office, and it also has a much broader reach. Now, when you go to add a hashtag in Instagram, it will go ahead and tell you how many people are following that hashtag. So you want to get some that have a very large following, and then you want to get some that are more specialized that have a smaller number of followers, so that you kind of hit different brackets of people. If you're only posting things that have a very large following with at least 1 million or more people, then you're going to be getting out there to a broad spectrum where people won't actually be trying to follow the smaller groups. If you follow something that has a smaller subset of people, then you're actually going to be getting in front of more people than you realize, because there's only so much that you can kind of scroll through at a time. So if someone's following a hashtag and they don't get to your picture, they won't have the chance to follow you in particular. When it comes to Twitter, you want to make sure that your hashtags actually fit again with your postings. You also need to make sure that you're not putting too many hashtags, because again, you only have 140 characters to work with. Also, this works with tagging people. You want to make sure that you're tagging people only if they're in relation to your post. Please do not tag people if they are not in relation to the post just to try to get attention. It really doesn't go well, and it gets on the bad side of that person that you're trying to tag. But if you go somewhere, and let's say you go to a coffee shop, always try to make sure that you tag the coffee shop, especially if it is a small business. If it is a small business, you could be helping out that coffee shop tremendously just by tagging them and then hashtagging small business, brick and mortar, anything like that to really get some attention to their business. You can help out a lot of people with every single post. Now that also means that you're going to be helping yourself out with all of your posts as well. So make sure that you've got content that relates to what it is that you want to put out for the world to see, because you're going to be public and people are going to be seeing what you post. So you also want to kind of make sure that you have a cohesive theme or feel to the account that you have. Now I've done a video kind of about the general ideas about social media, and I'll post it right up here. I've also got a document on my Patreon page that kind of goes into a little bit more depth of exactly how to kind of set up your social media accounts. So if you want to check that out, become a patron at Patreon for Funky Like Feathers. You can put in whatever amount you want, just become a patron, and then you can get access to that document as well. Social media can be a big help to any kind of interaction with the public, whether you are wanting to make money as a business or whether you're just doing it for fun. But getting those connections and having that kind of interlocking, web going out so that you can get different kinds of people all over the world interested in what it is that you're doing is an absolutely amazing thing. I hope you guys are having so much fun on social media. If you've got a bunch of accounts and want to share them, put them down in the comments below. I would love to hook up with you guys on those social media outlets, and I will see you again on Mean Muggin' Monday. Have a great weekend, you guys.